Hey guys, welcome to our summer series. We're going to start off with a poolside Pilates inspired core workout. So this will be about 15 minutes long. You can have solely a mat and a towel and water. That's the only equipment you need for this workout to really feel it. If you want to spice it up a little bit, you can have either a yoga block, which is fairly accessible for most of you, or a Pilates ball or a play ball, it's about 6 inches. I also have the heavy resistance elastic. A Pilates ring is an option, and possibly ankle weights. Okay? So know that you can get just as good a workout with nothing as with all of this. So let's get started just centering in and arriving into the space together. Finding a comfortable seat on your mat, whether indoors or out, just allow yourself to root down into the earth. Feeling the weight become connected once again. And as you connect downward, allow the spine to reach through the crown of the head, feeling length and space, feeling a gentle lift, not so heavy in the back. Allowing your exhales to release muscle around bone, shoulders dropping away from ears. Starting to feel the air of the space that you are in, whether it's air inside or outside. Feeling the air on your skin and becoming fully present in the space. On your next inhale, let's all take a collective breath in, looking up, rising the arms up overhead, letting the fingertips touch overhead, and then bowing the hands to the chest, chin to meet. One more time, inhale, rise up, look up. Fingertips touch, exhale, hands, head, bow to chest. Last time all the way up, we're gonna stay here. Continue to have that gaze reach up and interlace your fingers overhead, pressing the palms to reach. So you're flipping those palms up. And then level the head over the shoulders, push back through the pinky side of your hands as you gently bend the elbows and draw the shoulder blades down and into the back, much like the letter V. From here, release your left hand to the earth, right arm will reach up. For those of you who have worked with me for a while, I have always mirror taught these classes, but I'm going to go ahead and be in different positions on the mat. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my normal left and rights here. So we're breathing through this side waist stretch, beginning to open our obliques. As you inhale next, turn the chest toward the right side, looking up underneath the right arm. And as you exhale, start to bow the center of the chest toward the inner left knee, reaching across the body now. Inhaling, we open, flowing with your breath here. Feeling the side of your waist. Exhaling, we close. Now you feel the back side waist. One more time, inhale, open, feeling side and front side. Exhale, close and reach, stay reaching. Circle through center, fingertips touch the earth, broaden the collarbones and lengthen forward. Slowly begin to stack your shoulders, ribs and hips, switching the cross of your legs or the position of your seat now so that we're balanced. Taking the right hand to the earth, inhaling, lift up through that left arm. Every exhale roots the hip down. Every inhale reaches the arm a bit deeper, feeling the hips stretch away from the rib and vice versa. Your next inhale, rotate open to your left side. Feel the front side of your waist. As you exhale, rotate closed, reaching across your body to the left, to the right. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. One more inhale, we open all the way up. Exhale, reach, stretch, holding this stretch here, rooting through that left hip, and then slowly walking it forward, tenting your fingertips, lengthen, and slowly walk it back. Starting to come onto hands and knees now, warming up through our tabletop position. And from tabletop, you want to be stacked, knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. On an inhale, drop your belly, lengthen your chest forward, really feel the belly stretch open. As you exhale, pull the navel up to the spine, activating through center belly as you round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Last one, lengthen it up here. And as you round, stay tucked tightly, engaging navel to spine. We're going to curl the toes under. Option to stay here if it's more comfortable for you. Otherwise, hover knees and shins, holding 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the earth, cow belly, inhale. And exhale, neutral spine. Now really engage, pushing the floor away. We're going to shift the weight into that left knee and extend out through the right toes and through the left fingertips. Just press back through your heel to start, feeling a little stretch. As you stretch the heel back, reach the fingertips further forward. Be mindful of pushing into the earth with your right hand and left knee. And then lift those right toes up, holding spinal balance here, starting to warm up through core center. Every inhale, think about lengthening away from the navel, forward through finger, back through heel, equal and opposite. Every exhale, think about navel engaging, ribs stitching together. And now we activate. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull together. Slow and steady. Feel time under tension. This is not a race. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. And 2. Last one here. You're going to hold, pull the knee and the elbow as close together as possible, lift up, feel the heel lift toward the glute, engage for 3, 2, and 1, extend, hold, hand down, knee down, cat-cow. Round that out, feel it across the shoulders, especially in that right hand that was bearing all the weight, and shift back through a child's pose to stretch the shoulder. Rise back up through center. This time extending back through left toes, forward through right fingertips. Start with toes on the earth. Push back through your heel. Lifting that heel as you engage the belly. Press through the heel, reach through the fingers, equal and opposite. Keeping the hips level, allowing those all 5 left toes to point toward the earth, really rotating inward there. Now we activate here. Inhale, reach and press. Exhale, pull under, slow, time under tension through the whole exhale. Inhale. And exhale. For 3. 2. If you're noticing a camera angle change, last one. Hold here, lift up, pull that heel to the glute for 3. We had a little camera snafu with wind. 2. And 1, release, stretch it out, hold. Hand down, knee down, Okay, nice and warm now, coming onto our backs. Your option here, one ankle weight each side, completely optional. As we come in to this set of exercises, your options are block between the knees, ball between the knees, Pilates ring between the knees, with the Pilates ring being the most resistance, okay? Now, know that it goes nothing, block, ball, ring. All those options are completely fine. We're gonna recline back. Whatever you've chosen for a prop, if you've chosen one, goes right between the knees and you squeeze inward, really activating the inside line, feeling that come to the navel. From here, bring those heels up off of the earth. Your shins are parallel to the earth. Hands are gonna come behind the head, light touch, wide elbows, double crunch here, pressing together. Drop down, heels to the earth, pull that navel to the spine, crunch. Again, time under tension, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5. We count it down now for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top, release the hands, palms face down, pulse it out. Release down, extend the arms back, feet are on the earth, breathing in, breathe out, rise up, pump those arms. Release, inhale, extend the arms, feet to the earth. Exhale, rise up. Release, inhale. You're catching the drift here. We rise up. Release. You're pulsing that exhale for 10, rising up. Release. Last 5 here, up. Release, inhale. Last 4. Release, inhale. All the way up. Release. 2 more. Release it down. Here's this final one. All the way up, pump. And release. If you do have a prop, release it. Shake those knees side to side. What the prop does is it just engages through the deep inner groin and hip flexor muscles that are working together. And they're working whether you're squeezing in that spot or not. Just activates a bit more. So we're gonna grab a drink and we're gonna switch it up. Keeping that prop, if you have it, this time in your hands. You wanna be at inner shoulder width, meaning about here rather than outer shoulder width, right? So you wanna be like here rather than here. So that prop, whatever it is gonna come behind your head. And we're gonna roll all the way up, 1 vertebra at a time. Reach up overhead, reach it forward as you roll down. Exhale, reach back, inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Reach it overhead, exhale. 3, and up. Here's 4. And 5. and 6. Trying to keep biceps by ears the whole time. Up and lower. If arms get tired, hands to center chest is just as easy. Up and lower. And it takes the strain off of your neck. We have 2 more. Up and lower. Trust me, I know my biceps are not by my ears this whole time. Last one. Up. Woo, there it is. And lower. Beautiful. Again, we're going to release, take the knees into the chest this time. Nice deep breath in. Circle around. 1, 2, change directions. 3 and 4. Good. Prop if you have it between the knees once again. Arms are going to come out. Legs are up. Shins parallel to the earth. Arms coming out wide like wings or like cactus arms, whatever's your easiest balance point. We're going to drop over to the side, training the obliques here, coming almost all the way to the earth, and then rise it up, pulling to the side waist. Drop it down. That is a 1 count. Here we go. Over and up and over and up. That's 2. If you want to train over your internal rotation, up, over, and up. You get the rhythm now. You want to kick your heels away from that prop, squeezing more deeply into the inner line and over. Good, that's 4. Almost halfway. Here we go. Up. That trains your internal rotation by kicking those heels away from your prop. Good. That's the halfway mark. Here we go. Count it down. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one here. Don't roll too far, just enough to let those hips twist, feel those obliques engage, and release. Let go of that prop if you have it. Release it down. Windshield wiper the knees. Feel that through the hips. Okay. So now, again, no prop necessary. I think I lost my... Oh. Okay. So now next exercise, prop. If you have a ring, the ring is going to come behind your neck, elbows wide, squeezing into that resistance. If you have a block or a ball, you're simply going to take it behind you. Okay, and again, try and keep biceps by ears. So, whatever if you do not use anything, light touch to the back of the head, elbows wide, okay? You're going to extend one leg, crunch it up, 2, 3, think about chest rising, not chin, 4, 5, count it down, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now on that pulse, what you should be feeling is gentle stitch ribs to hips, gentle stitch ribs to ribs, pulling down through the navel. So it's an engaging of those deep core muscles. Here we go. Behind the head once again, opposite side now. Remember to engage, crunch up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's last one. Hold, crunch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay. Grab a drink. We're gonna come to one of my favorites. So one of my favorites may not be yours. This is the dead bug. And we're gonna do a couple different variations of it. We're gonna do a non-resistance or a non-double resistance. And then one with resistance, whether it's just your hand or a prop. So the first one is simply going to be opposite arm reaches, opposite leg reaches, okay? Nice and slow, time under tension. Here we go, here's the first one. The first one I execute is really more the demo, so then we start counting on the second. Okay, here's 2, 2, 3, really keep that chin tucked. 3, 4, 4. At 5, I'm going to give you the option to first take a break. Second, if you have a resistance band, put it around the arches of the feet. Here we go, we're going to continue. Push through the resistance band. 3 more. 1 more each side. Knees in, release that band if you have it. Rock side to side. Okay, so the next version of dead bug that we're gonna do, and I swear we're done with this part, is either resisting your thigh to your palm or to the ball or a block, or the resistance of the ring, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing there. This time, extend, pull in. So it's a lot more resistance into the deep core and the lower belly. All right, so here we go. Take your prop or your hand. So in this case, you're gonna take right hand to left thigh or right hand to the prop on the left side. Extend left arm, left or right leg, and crunch. 5 more. Whew. All right, release that. Roll those hips up off the floor, gentle bridge, feel it in the low back. And come on down, knees side to side. And then we're gonna take it up to the other side. So crunching up, again now left hand will come to right thigh or prop, extending right arm, left leg. Exhale, crunch. And release all props down, hands beside you, palms face up. Take those hips up. And all the way down. And we're gonna come back over to hands and knees to finish up. So grab a hydration break. Ankle weights stay on if you have them. Done with the rest of the props. This last part is fairly quick, but you'll understand why it's important. So once you come to hands and knees, drop the belly, lengthen the chest, inhale, really feel that nice stretch across all of the muscles we just worked. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, round it out. Now as you come to a neutral spine, you're going to step back through the right toes. Lifting the leg up, pull the knee to the shoulder, and then drop it back and behind you to the left. Here we go. 10, nice and slow. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hope we don't have another malfunction for wind. All right, you're going to hold that leg out to the side, little fire hydrant action here, and pulse up. Try and keep the hips level, so you don't want to open up through the side of the left hip. You want to stay as square into that hip as possible. For 3, 2, and 1, take it down. Drop back, child's pose for 1 breath. Rise it back up. Okay, same leg, right leg is the working leg still. You're going to take that leg up so that you're parallel with the thigh, parallel to the ground. Drop the knee to the earth, pulse up, drop across to the left, pulse up, down, up, across, and up for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3. You might be surprised. You feel this on the left outer hip. 2. Last 1. You've got it. Now pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're probably thinking, take child's pose. What the hell? I thought she said core. Let's remember that the core runs from just behind the glutes, around the front of the thighs, and all the way up to the chest and mid-back. These are our stabilizers. So let's come all the way up. We get to the whole thing on the other side, extending back through those left toes. You're going to draw the knee up to the shoulder and across and back to the right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out. Pulse up. 2, 3. Keep the weight on the right. 5 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee down. Stretch it back. Almost done. I haven't even been looking at the time. I know I said 20 minutes. I could be well under. I could be well over. So here we go, taking that leg up parallel to the ground. Pulse up, drop down, up, and across. Up, down, up, across for 2. Across 3, 4, and 5. Count down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now pulse it up. 10, 9, right through the glute. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got it. All right. Coming to lay on your side. I'm actually going to take the ankle weights off because they kind of serve no purpose here. So if you have them, you no longer need them. If you have a band, however, feel free to put that just above the knees this time. We're going to do some clamshells. It's going to help those outer hips and your obliques, believe it or not. Coming down onto one elbow, and you're going to bring your heels to touch, hand to your opposite, or hand to your hip. All right, first you're gonna lift up. All right, then lower down. Now lift. As you come through each rep now, when you lift, widen that top knee. Here we go, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Option here, reach. 6, 7, 8. Again, feeling that lower hip too. And 10, here we go. Woo! Last exercise as we flip it around to get the other side. Heels, inner edges of the feet touch, laying on that elbow, hand to your hip. Here we go. Start by just lifting up. Then add the knee. Start counting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Add the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, whoop, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right, let's take that off. If you had it, we're gonna find one of two things. If a cross-legged seat with your left foot in front works for you, we're gonna go ahead with that. If that is not comfortable, you can just take the right shin forward, extend that, left shin forward, extend the right leg out, or even take it back into a 90-90. The idea here is we're going to stretch the outer hip that we just worked while also stretching through the low back. So if you're cross-legged or just shin forward or 90-90, wherever you are, hands will come forward of that left shin. You're going to lengthen the chest forward. My hair is everywhere. It's been so windy back here. No complaints. The sun feels good, but the wind feels better when you're working out. Keep breathing here. Feel it in both hips, but more prominently through that left hip with the left shin forward. And again, no matter where you are, you're going to start to walk the hands over to the right side and keep pushing back through that left hip. Feeling that stretch right at the top of that left hip now. Top outer hip. Walk it back through center, stacking shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips, and switch either the cross of the legs or your position, right shin forward. Lifting up on an inhale, folding forward on an exhale, fingertips to the earth, really connecting downward. It was a nice low to the earth workout, so it was really kind of supported and engaged by the strength of the earth, which was nice. Let's walk it over, kind of a grounding as we start into this summer series together. Really feel those hips. The hips are really nice and grounding as we open them up and let them melt downward. Beautiful. Let's come all the way up. Now you can change the position of your feet in whatever direction. Ooh, my knees need a little bit of space. So whatever works for you. We're just going to start to stretch your side waist. Taking those left fingertips down, right arm up. My mind still wants to mirror teach. Pushing down through the right hip as you reach the right rib cage away from the hip. Feel the stretch in the side of your waist. Roll it forward. Take it to the other side. Right hand down, left arm up. And then roll it through. And then let's take the hands behind the back, lifting and opening the chest here. You don't have to drop the hands all the way down. Just kind of anchor them to the small of the back. And peel the shoulders open. Feel the elbows kind of wing toward one another. Stretch across the chest. Lifting up through the belly here. And then let's come onto our backs one last time. You have the option to either roll up your mat underneath the small of your back or roll up a towel, or if you have your block, take your block. And if your body tolerates it, I highly recommend Extending both legs out with the support under the small of your back. If both legs is too much, do one leg at a time. And just breathe fully and melt away here for as long as you like. As always, I thank you for arriving, for yourself, and for the community that joins these videos. I wish you the best.